We are Kiwi Brick Exchange, a Bricklink seller located in Wellington, New Zealand. We resell on Bricklink and BrickOwl, and these videos will provide you a behind the scenes look into our systems and processes. Here we are for another week of the vlog, and here is the state of the store. Looking pretty good. Not too many containers everywhere. All of our new and used, with some space for expansion. We've got our oversized drawers down the bottom and our oversized tubs by the door, and a number of orders ready to go out on Tuesday, public holiday here tomorrow. Just put this one up here on Marketplace, which is a dinosaur set from the early 2000s, and we'll see how that one does. And just recent couple of weeks added on with this one here. We've got some nice space up here for our Pardot containers, which literally go to the roof. And then we store all of our minifigures, or new minifigures at least, in these ones here, and the rest in our used drawers down below. Still hiding under the shelf is vehicle parts that I'm procrastinating to another day, and some arms and minifigures as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive update to the store. This here is being moved. Wifey and I just had a conversation, and it has passed the approval process, and you might see on the ground that there is a tape measure. One of the main issues for this space here is, despite it being a lovely, beautiful day outside, I still have to turn this light on, because this lovely area gets blocked off with the light. Now, that might not look much on camera, but when you're trying to identify colors and things there, it is a big issue. Initially, when we set it up, we thought that having this going straight across here would be a bit of an eyesore and make it hard to get in the room. However, we've both agreed that actually this would be better suited going that way, which is awesome, because that's what I always wanted from the beginning. But I can understand when you're coming into this room, having a big giant block off might be an issue. That's going to make a couple of things really good. We're going to open up this little space in the corner here, which I reckon I could fit a little shelving unit into as well. We're also going to then be able to potentially put something going across there, or something else. Give me some more thoughts, but we are going to go and start moving this, and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we have moved all of our oversized containers into another room so we can move things around. Floor is vacuumed, and the shelf is going to come across here now. We've moved all the Pick a Brick containers and our minifigure little containers from up the top, and they've gone into the other room, as well as all of our packaging material. And I'm thinking about using this bottom space for some more flat organizers like I've got on this side, and putting them in there. So we're only going there when we're picking. At the moment, every time I'm trying to get something for our packaging material, I'm bending down and grabbing that. So ideally, we're just doing that when we're actually picking an order. So I think what we might do is, behind where the shelf is currently, is actually look at doing a slightly smaller shelf and having things like packaging material, etc. on there. Let's move the shelf. Already just opens up so much space. Wifey is kindly vacuuming as well. But look, we have light in the corner, people. So shelf has been moved, which means now we've got a slight iteration of the store. But definitely this corner part here, putting in some type of shelving would be really useful. So I'm going to fill this and then give you a look once it's all complete. And here we have our brand new store organization. So straight away when you walk in the door, they're all used in our white containers. And a tidy bedroom. We've managed to squish all of our bulk that we've still to sort into a couple of larger containers, and so this is going to become our oversized wall, which we can obviously stretch out that way using most of the space there. And if we swing around and back up for you, here is the new setup. So very similar to last time. Obviously we've got our new running down this side, with this level being a bit of excess desk space. Desk a bit squishy, as we've got a few things that we're putting away very shortly, and the dinosaur set that's going to go out. And then what I've done is I've moved across this drawer, which is our third drawer unit, and put all of our sorted bulk under there. of the modified plates, and there's one more tub I've used that we didn't quite get in. And the idea, I think, is to try and then maybe have a little bit of a stack shelf above this that we can put things like a lamp, packaging material, etc. Because at the moment our packaging material is going to still sit under here along with any sealed or completed sets. So that's a nice little thing. And also the wardrobe is a bit tidier as well. So we've done a little bit of work. Again, just consolidating this. And this was the one that I actually realized was sitting over here and has a whole bunch of really good parts. So we're actually going to start with that one in terms of start sorting through our used and tuck things away nicely. So I'm liking this setup, but more we're getting that natural light coming on here. I don't have to always be using the lamp over here, and it will make it a lot nicer. I also think it'll be quite good in terms of a background if we're doing any filming. So set up there and have that as a background, which I think will be quite nice. So on to more sorting for today. It's Monday morning and public holiday here, so no actual work for us. So we're working through a Brick Store file of headpieces while listening into Super Bricks, who have just taken over or bought Brick Arena's stock. So interesting to see how that's going. And we're using the tool here for the webcam. This is going to show my face. But essentially, you can set up an iPhone, which I do as well. And we've got a headpiece like that, and then clicking spacebar once you're holding it up to that camera, and it automatically populates into Brick Store. Now, I haven't done this previously. I've used my phone and then I sort of manually typed it in, but this is much faster. So I've seen a number of sellers say this is the way they go, and I can see why. This, again, making me question a little bit why I didn't think of this earlier, but hey, we learn and move on. So I currently got 24 items in 22 different lots, and our aim is to just work through all of these minifigure parts and add them to the store. And the good thing is that if we swing around here, you notice a lot less bags up here. So we basically got through all the minifigure parts and just got heads to go next. And the haul that we got a little while ago is really getting less and less here. So we've done a lot of plain legs, a number of different accessories, and we'll just keep working our way through that until we finish it off. Today's going to be a very interesting one, if I swing you around this way, because we have essentially a store purchase. We're heading over to someone to pick up a number of bulk boxes of sorted parts. And for my mind, this is essentially like buying another Bricklink store, maybe without the XML file. So that's how I'm treating it. And so we're going to think about how we're going to add that into the store. About 40 to 45 kilograms of sorted parts, even into part type. So the plates are into certain, bagged into your part type. So it'll just be a color part and a quick sort of quality check as they go in. So that's going to be the focus after this. We're going to head for a bit of a drive, and maybe also check out a bit of a collectibles fair at the same time near where the seller is located. Alrighty, we're off to pick up a lovely Lego haul. I'd also check out some minifigs at the same time, and obviously not going to do any filming because I'm driving, but we will show you the haul packed into the car. Catch up with you soon. Alright, we are just back in the car. Lovely guy who sold us this big haul. He'd been buying Lego, it's just garage sales basically, and thought about sorting and doing similar to what we're doing, but then just sort of ran out of time and space and wanted to clear it. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes in the back seat. The boot is completely full, the back of the car, and I am looking forward to this. Made him a fair offer. Obviously he was trying to clear it, but man, oh man, I think we've got some value in this, and heaps of minifigures. He was really keen to get those off in a bulk lot. Lots of parts, accessories. He basically part type sorted. It's basically like we bought a Bricklink store without someone running a Bricklink store. So pretty cool. Let's get to unpacking it. All right, we've just got it back inside. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boxes full. We've got 1 box of minifigs, lots of other parts. As I said before, really nice guy who was selling it. Had sorted into part type and was just ready to get some space back in his room for a 3D printer, and we were happy to oblige. Made him a fair offer and he took it, which I really appreciate. Some of these will be definitely going to the wee one, but this is going to be its own video. So we'll add little things in the vlog, but we're going to have to do a full video, standalone video for this one. So watch the space for this one to come out. We are going to do this as a separate video, but here's a sneak peek of our haul this week. You can just feel a little bit overwhelmed with the sheer amount of things to do. So what we did, and this could be a good idea for people who get their own haul, is find minifigures, complete, and went for Star Wars first, which is generally the best value. Once we've done that, we work through animal parts, and we can keep going through these minifigures. Then what we'll do is look to find bags like this, which all is one part type, and just start working our way through it. And obviously the larger bulk bits over here, which is our plates and bricks, are going to be a lot easier to sort and get in, quite easy to check how they're going, and maybe even have a look at some of the Bionicle sets as well. So here's a better look at the haul, and we are going to do this as a separate video just because of the sheer quantity that we have here. We've got all those bulk parts over there and down the side of the bed, along with minifigures all down there and things there. But as I said, we're going to do it as a separate video just because of the amount of value we've gotten there. And a little bit of a sneak peek is we've already uploaded $1,000 of value over the first 24 hours since getting this. So it is a monster. It deserves its own video. So we're going to do that very shortly. But we'll keep you updated with what we're doing in the store during the week. And if I swing you around here, the laptop's currently on the lounge because I was editing just some videos. But we've got our sorting tray there ready to start uploading. And we're going to go bulk part by bulk part, starting with things down there. And in another video, we will show you a bit more of a value of that. So keep an eye out for that one. Probably going to record things over the next week. So by the time this vlog comes out, we should be ready to go in a few days. We're going to tackle some general minifigures now. Take you through a couple of them. The ones that I have not even seen before. Some really older ones here potentially. See if anything takes our fancy that might be from the Aquatic Raiders set. That's what we are looking for. That wizard. Cast 534. We'll have a look at that in a second. So we'll put that one to the side of the interesting pile. So the dino sets. Some holiday figures. Here's all of the Chima as well. And I was definitely right on this castle figure here. This is the Dragon Wizard, I believe, with weapon. And this one here is $20 and in fairly nice condition. So we'll double check that all the parts are there and then add that into the store. Just had another upload go up and we are now working through this awesome bag of helmets. We've got the minifigure headgear for, I believe, a Series 5. A couple of different collectible ones here. These ones I know have sold well in the past. Unicorn head from, I think, a video one. A couple of witches hats. And another nice little gladiator helmet. One thing you can do when you're sorting through a haul is finding the item type on Bricklink. And you click into this page here, which is the sorting by colour in terms of what sets a particular object is in. And because we found this 1x4 tile and it is in pearl gold, we can see it's only been in 3 sets. Now when we click through that, we can kind of assume that if we've got 3 of them, it's unlikely to be 3 of Skyra's Mysterious Sky Castle. It's also unlikely to be a brand new set in 2014. So it is very likely that this is from the set that has it in there. Which means that at some point we're in our lovely bulk haul is this set here. Now in the last 6 months, just this set alone, $161.27. And we could be finding particularly these parts and have a look through how it, what might be good there. The other thing that I think that is a really good thing that you can do is typing the set into a program called Brick Store. If you haven't looked at that already, we've got a great video on our channel that explains all of those different processes. But basically what we've done now is we can get up the set inventory, and what I can do is actually just sort and do the last 6 months average, and then just have a quick check if there are any particular rare parts or things in this set that we could be looking for while we're doing this bulk haul. And so sorting by price, we can see that actually there's nothing in particular. There's plates and a couple of figures, but not anything really of particular value. And the parts, in fact, are only $136. So the fact that the set sold for that probably just means that it's a very old set, or 10 years or so, and having it all together is probably more valuable. So a really good way of sorting that, if we say had something pop up and it was like $15, if it was a minifigure, then we're going straight to that minifigure bag and see if we can grab those out and start organising. And that's one way we do our Lego hauls. So good tips for you if you're sorting through your own Lego haul. It's Wednesday in the store and we have a great order going over to Australia. Lots of minifigures. One or two minifigures that we've just uploaded from our haul on the weekend. And this does take the cake for the order. Just this head here, which is for the Bosk minifigure, if I get this in focus, $13. And also one of the shields that we uploaded from the Gungan Patrol shield, that is also been sold, which is fantastic. Cool little piece there, and a really good value of orders. And basically we have worked through most of the minifigures. We've still got a couple of completed ones that we will do tonight while watching a movie, and a big bag of sort of town and city ones. We've sort of held fire on that for the moment, because what I'm trying to do is get rid of as much bulk from here as possible, but it doesn't feel like we're making even a dent. So I've just done about 600 tiles. We've done one of the boxes of bricks over there, and it doesn't look like there's any change. So that's kind of where we are. All of these that had QR codes have all been scanned for insider points, and I am just at a loss of what to do. This is basically like we've bought another Bricklink store without having its own XML file. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if someone here has actually bought their own or bought a Bricklink store. How did you integrate it into your store? One thing we're definitely noticing is we just do not have space, which is always seems to be the way. But these are basically the only drawers and our used ones that actually have empty slots. And so, obviously uploading things in bulk, we can fill some of our oversized containers. But I think we're going to go and have a bit of a shop and buy a couple more of these. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and stick them in there, and then have to pull them out when I pick. And I think what we might also do is grab a couple more of these ones here, as I've mentioned, put them down here and pull up our packaging materials and put them somewhere else. There is kind of this unused space, but I'm not the tallest of stature, so I don't want to be stretching up every time to get stuff, particularly on my knee at the moment. So I think that's sort of the plan. We can probably fit a couple more in here, but that sort of gap there is just not quite the right height for what we're aiming to do. So I think that's sort of the plan. A few more organisers and creating a little bit more space in the store, because even our drawers here, while they're not being utilised maybe for the best amount of space, are fairly full of bulk. Okay, there's a little bit of space, but like that's getting chocker. So, thoughts. But this was a great purchase. Absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to getting more into it. And it's Friday in the store and the 1st of November. And after a massive month of sales, I was somewhat expecting a little bit of a slowdown month. But we have 2 awesome orders of $200 in value. And we've picked up a couple of extra parts from a friend, including the hairpiece for the Galadriel Lord of the Rings figure, which is about a $60 figure, I believe, and a Batlord, and a few more parts for the set we're making up for the wee one. So those will go into minifigures and into the store. And we're going to be working through this. There's just so many minifigures from this haul. And it's going to be a good busy weekend getting all of those in. And hopefully tackling some of the other parts in here. Some really good minifigure parts as well. You can see some Simpsons in there. Lots of excess bits that we're going to try and piece together over the weekend as well. And picking up another box from the person that we bought these ones off. So store's looking pretty full. More containers coming tomorrow. And we've got this box over here, which is full of incomplete sets. And we've reached out to a local seller who sells at markets, just to see if they're interested in that. It's probably just not going to be worth our time with all the other bulk that we've got to sort. Better just to flick that off, get it to somebody who can piece them together and get a quick turnaround for the investment we have done. So the store's looking very good at the moment, and an order for about 700 pieces will definitely clear some space, which would be great because there's just so many more parts to get in the store. So we'll get to doing that and catch up with you a bit later. And we have 2 brand new larger organisers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller ones. So that's going to give us around about 150 different locations. These ones obviously have the double locations to put more things in the store. And it is going to be a busy weekend because we've got a number of orders that have come through. So we're going to pack one and show you what that looks like. So we've got this Iron Man going out to a local pickup, and this was the best order of the week. Just over 700 items, about 75 lots, heaps of bricks and slopes and plates, clearing me out of a lot of spots, which is great because it's exactly what we need in the store, as well as a couple of other larger bricks and things like that, and a couple of new minifigures with the halfling druid and the mushroom sprite. So really good order. We're going to actually be able to drop this one off, which is great, to save on postage. And that's us for the week. And if you've been enjoying these vlogs, make sure that you like and comment and subscribe to the channel as we release more content over the next week.